We're doing a March in conversation. We're so glad you're here with us. Sarah, how are you feeling,
What
buddy?
did she do behind the camera? I was watching my thing and she said, and we're live in, and then it went dead silent and you started.
Oh, well, you know.
Were you doing the thing?
She was counting.
G'day, guys.
That's all right. So we're going to talk a little bit about, well, everything really. BattleTech's probably the main thing. Plus we're going to talk a little bit about the questions that people have been leaving and comments on the channel, which has been really, some of them have been really, really good actually. So we're going to have a look at that. And we're also going to announce the winner of our February competition that we did.
What's it mean? Did I win?
So, we'll find out, won't we?
Well.
Very well. I don't even think you didn't even go in it, did you?
No, I didn't. I didn't want to be like that.
You didn't want to be that guy, yeah.
No, I didn't want to be that guy.
You didn't want to go as you have an alter ego name, and everyone has like an alter ego name online and stuff. So.
Herman Munchen.
Herman.
That's me.
All right. Yeah. So what should we start with? Should we start with the competition?
I think it's probably a good idea. I mean, there's been a lot of comments about the new website that I've seen. I'm sure you guys are seeing more of them than me because you've got the back end stuff. But I'm seeing a lot of people looking like they like the website. Did I see Bregel offer like a couple of bits of advice on the thing there as well in the comment? That's pretty cool.
Possibly, yeah.
Free of charge and everything. Nice one.
I have. So when I've been sort of talking to the customers and things like that, just asking for a bit of feedback on the site. Like overall, people are happy with it. Yeah. From a mobile perspective, it needs a little bit of TLC, but we'll get there. But from compared to the old site, it offers a lot more, and there's a lot more that we can sort of do with it. We just got to get around to it.
And I mean, importantly, everybody seems to be reasonably impressed with it, which is good.
Yeah,
I had a quick look through, and it looks awesome.
Yeah, Pilla did a great job. Very grateful for her work. She's behind the camera today for us. So. All right, so let's do that competition. So I have the winner, and it is Kevin Collier.
Kevin Collier.
All right, so well done. You guessed the closest without going over.
Yes.
And the guess was 3006. So obviously that's changed now because there's like products coming and going, whatever. But at that time, that was the number.
That was the closest without
going over. So well done. So get in contact with us. You can do it through Facebook or YouTube or whatever, or send us a email at sales@alphastrike.com.au and we'll get it sorted. You've got $100 of credit on the store. So I don't know.
Nice.
There's all sorts of stuff to get. We've got some clearance stuff too, so you might be able to get a lot of gear.
And if you feel like it, you can always donate it to the Terran Needs More Miniatures Fund.
That's right.
That's a thing, right?
You could put the money into research into why his dice rolls are the Terran effect. We're going to do some research.
You need a couple of billion for that.
Yeah, probably.
Seriously.
Yeah, they built this device that's like moving molecules or whatever, billions of euros, but I think you were a better investment.
Dice. Yeah.
That's it.
Dear, oh dear.
All right, well, let's have a look at some questions, eh?
Yep, so we haven't got anybody on just yet, but
that's all right.
We'll do some of these ones for the people that are watching later on, you future people. This Monkey Foo.
Monkey Foo, yeah.
Monkey Foo.
Yeah, I only just sort of started making comments, but getting into BattleTech with the group, basically he's going to be heading it all up, so he's been asking a lot of questions, which is good. That's what we want, know. If you're getting into the game, whatever, and you want to know some stuff, that's why we did the videos. That's why
chuck the questions down. Yeah. Watch the video. If you don't get it, then chuck a question down, or if there's something that isn't in a video, then chuck a question down. Yeah. Somebody will help you sort it out. So he had a fairly involved one there about line of sight, but he's also got one on the water thing for how you calculate the target number for the pilot check for entering water. Yeah. And it's a standard piloting check, and you use all the modifiers in the table for piloting check modifiers that apply, right? Yep. And then it's also modified by the depth of the water as well, I believe. So it affects your movement, but I'm pretty sure that's in the modifier table. So there's Total Warfare book, which is what Taryn's referring to. That's the main book, but I think this information is also in the Armored Combat box set, if you've got that, because they added water. So it's in the back of Total Warfare is this one. I think TAC Ops has got another version of it as well. They do some more full-on stuff, and I'm pretty sure you can download all of these charts and sheets and
Yes.
all of that sort of stuff anyway. But if you can find the piloting/driving skill roll table for Total Warfare, it's on page 306, and it goes through and it lists all the different things. So if you've got a gyro destroyed, if you moved a certain distance, if you're skidding, if you've got pre-existing damage, etc., etc. The unit's actions, under the unit's actions, it actually lists mech entering depth 1 water hex is a -1, entering depth 2 is a 0, and depth 3 plus is a +1.
So you do get a bit of a bonus if it's just like water's not too deep.
If it's not too
nice.
deep, or if it's depth 2, which is covering your mech, because that's level 2.
It's helpful if you haven't got a quad mech with your inherent bonuses to your piloting. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Once you go past depth 2, you start to struggle, and TAC Ops goes into deep water stuff, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Really, really cool. But yeah, if you can find that table, then you've got pretty much everything you need to know on there. You just apply the modifiers that apply, and you work out your target number on that, and it's easy peasy.
Water's fun, hey? Because we talked about it in the video we were doing water and talking about how it sort of affects the rules. But
Yeah,
I tell you what, it adds quite a dynamic to the game. I really like it.
there's some good stuff there, and again, the TAC Ops goes into a bit more depth as well. And that joke got us a subscriber last time, so let's see if we can get another one.
Yeah.
But yeah, they go into, what is it? From, I think it's water from 15 up or down to 150 hexes deep.
Yeah.
And mechs can only survive, I think their crush depth is like 30 or 15 or 30, and I think submarines are like fine to depth 150 or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but there will be a point where if your mech goes past it, it will be instantly destroyed, and you've got modifiers for movement and all that sort of stuff. So it's funky, it's fun.
I think there was a Solaris arena that had water.
Yep.
Like ice or something, and it breaks away, and there was a huge depth underneath or something. It was like 20 or something. So you're pretty much, unless you've got underwater movement capability, you're pretty much out of that battle.
Yeah, basically. Well, that's the Aqua Gladius had UMUs on it, which is cool.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yes. What else have we got?
He's got another one there that's fairly full on, that was on the line of sight one.
Yeah.
So basically, I think it's about height and things in between and all that sort of stuff, by the looks of things. Yeah. I can't remember exactly what we did, but I'm pretty sure the commando was being attacked by the Thunderbolt, and we were using that as a demo sort of thing.
Yeah.
Can you read the question out for the people watching?
There is a lie. It's quite big.
When you move the commando away from the level 2 hill, I understand the Thunderbolt can see him, but does the level 2 hill add +1, or since the Thunderbolt is level 4 and the level 2 hill does nothing? Which is the case.
Yeah.
Because he's higher and you're not actually standing next to that level 2 hill, you don't get the bonus for it, right?
That's right, yeah.
Right, okay. Because this is something we've struggled with as well. So if we're doing it wrong, put a comment down. But as far as I know, you only get the benefit for that if, because the attacker is up high, he's got height advantage. Unless you're actually standing next to or in cover, it won't apply.
Yeah, that's right. So it could have one of those weird situations where you're on, say, level 30 skyscraper.
Yeah.
And you're looking down. But if that mech is on level 0, right next to a level 2 intervening hex,
Then it counts as intervening.
Counts as, so it's weird, you can't see them. So. But I don't know.
Oh,
They have height. They have like a weapon has. They don't really take that into consideration as well. Like a weapon has a range in hexes.
yeah.
But it doesn't really take into account.
No, it doesn't have a range in height.
No,
So you could be 30 up, and if you're only 1 hex away, you get short range.
that's right. I can shoot you with my small laser that has technically 90 meters
Yep,
range.
it's
I can
great.
shoot you, yeah.
It's great. We've got someone online. Filthy's on.
Filthy.
Filthy
Hey, welcome.
G'day, mate. So for 2022, what products would you like to see released for BattleTech?
Oh, I'd just like to get them. That'd be nice.
Something that'll take us back to 1990.
I don't know.
I think
there's a lot of-
more aerospace stuff would be cool. More miniatures. But I'd also like to see them get the same person who redid these ones to go through some more and do some more stuff, especially the Solaris. I want to see some of those gladiatorial mechs come out with the new person doing the sculpt. Because the ones that are out now, they look freaking awesome.
They do,
They're great.
They're very, very good.
I think they did a brilliant job.
There was a few people who were a bit concerned about having one person, like their one style of art to redo everything. Because if you have a look through all the technical readouts, there's different artists have different concepts of how something would look, and they're quite different. But these are very simple. They're just lovely. Yeah, they're chunky and it works. It just works.
I reckon that they'll probably have a hard time getting one person to do all of them because there's a butt ton of mechs out there. If you didn't know, there's a lot of stuff for BattleTech, and redoing everything would take a long time. But even if they eventually get up to a small team and they're led by that one person, so they have that one sort of vision and overview sort of thing, I reckon that'd work really well.
Be good.
But that's all I want to see is more of those Solaris mechs come out. I want to get a remake of the Mantis and all that sort of stuff and get into it.
The Solaris like mech box, like house, not house, what are they called?
Stables.
Stables, yeah. Something like that.
You bring out a stable of 4 mechs or a stable of 6 mechs or something like that and have it be a famous stable from Solaris. Yeah. And I reckon that'd work really, really well.
Because they do have like stories about the pilots who are in these stables and things like that. And when there was during the FedCom Civil War or whatever, all the stables broke out and had fights on Solaris as well. It was just insane. That'd be so cool.
So I recently found my copy of Solaris 7.
Nice.
I think I mentioned this before, and it's the box set, the old box set is geared towards the RPG. Yeah. It was meant to be slotted into MechWarrior, not into BattleTech. So the timing and things are different and all that sort of stuff. So I think maybe a redo of that box set would be my number one thing, and include like they did with Armored Combat, just like half a dozen mechs. Or 2 stables of 4 mechs or something like that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But yeah, the rule book in there had a lot of stories about different people and stables and stuff.
Well, with the Destiny rules for the RPG that they've got now, there's a lot of people who are doing battle reports, and they seem to really like sort of mixing the Destiny rules to play like full tabletop. Because it seems to speed up things, and it's not quite the Alpha Strike rules. It's got some other elements that they really, really like. So that's what they're doing. But you could do something like that for Solaris, I think.
Yeah, you could.
That could be cool.
That's like the MechWarrior, which is the old RPG. It's not Destiny. It's the original name of the RPG was MechWarrior. The timing for how you do things was different. So the setup for like which phases and things and the amount of damage you do and your movement speed and all of that was slightly different to BattleTech. Yeah. So it made it so that you had to convert them down and then play the game and then convert them back up and all that sort of stuff. And it was like, Yeah,
your bigger weapons couldn't fire as often as your smaller weapons. So like small lasers and machine guns were quite popular because they could shoot a lot more or something.
Yeah, because they condensed the timeline. So you've got, I don't know what it's supposed to be, is like 20 seconds or something is a phase is the whole round in BattleTech or something?
30 seconds.
30 seconds. 30 seconds. But they condensed that down so that each round in Solaris was like 10 seconds or something. So
it was like 4.
Yeah, you had restrictions on how many times you could fire stuff and how much damage each one did and everything because it was all different. Yeah. So Filthy reckons the aerospace would be a good move. So yeah. They get on that if somebody's watching that's actually in charge of it.
Be an easy way to display them in the box too, you just have them like the top of the plane.
Yeah.
You have like 3 or 4.
Well, it's all clear these days, so you just have it at an odd angle and like show it off.
I do really like the way that they do these in the boxes. I mean,
they're good.
It's so good. I mean, we've done unboxing, so everyone's probably seen these already, but I mean, it just presents so well. It's good.
And if you are new at BattleTech, this is a really good way to do it.
That's right.
You've got those mechs, you take them out of there, and you print a record sheet off for the variant that you want, you paint them up, you put them back in there, you slide them in, you take your record sheet, your book, and your box, and you go and you play a game.
Yeah, that's right.
It's gold. They're brilliant.
But they're good. They've given it a lot of thought as to which sort of mechs to sort of pair together into these box sets as well. So it doesn't really matter which one you go with. You're going to have some choices. You got So this is like light, medium, 2 heavies or something. So there's a bit of variety there.
But it's a actual like synergized lance.
Yeah.
So they've all got the same role, and you can use them as a command.
They work together. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Which is good. Mikey's in. G'day, Mikey.
Hey, Mikey.
Like to see an RPG that uses a dice system similar to BattleTech with easier rules. The time of war was a jumbled mess. Oh, okay.
A lot of people still like it though. Like they're still trying to find the books. Like people contact me, can you get hold of this book? It's like, no.
Don't think I ever played a time of war. Did I? Don't think so.
I don't know. Yeah.
I know I made some characters for Mech Warrior. And I had like a brief game of it with some friends back in the day, and then they didn't want to play anymore, and it was like, oh, okay, well, I've still got the books, so I just sit and make characters. And
what character did you play in your game? What was it?
There was so you use the archetypes in the old system. I don't know if they still do that.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. I don't know.
I have no idea how it works now. So you used to have the archetypes set up, but you could also create your own.
Yeah, you modify or something. You
and give them different things. So it would basically ended up being like an ex-soldier who now has managed to get his hands on a mech sort of thing. So he had good gunnery and good piloting good gunnery and reasonable piloting and stuff like that. So I could get those numbers the right thing. You know, I was trying to min-max it and make it work.
Yeah. It's one of those things. I only ever played one game. I ended up being a dropship pilot. Well, it was a mercenary outfit, and I had the dropship. So I had some crew, I had to pilot and all that sort of thing. I was basically in charge of the dropship.
No,
so that was cool.
Fancy.
Yeah. I didn't want to go out on missions because if I'm out of my dropship, I haven't got any armor. So I'm like, no, I'll just stay here. It's fine. I got TV.
It doesn't really give you much like RPGing, does it? You sit in the dropship and go, yeah, okay, we're here. Yeah, okay, we're leaving again.
I had some mutiny to deal with. It had nothing to do with me. I suppose it did because someone paid them more.
Oh my God.
Just come and talk to me if your pay's not right. Just talk to me. You don't have to pull a gun. Ah, dear.
Yeah, that never goes well.
No, it doesn't. Anyway.
Plastic weapon and head sprue plastic conversions. I like that.
Ooh.
That could be a really good one, yes.
Yeah.
Honestly, too bad the Destiny system wasn't made by Green Ronin. Their 3D6 system is brilliant. Is it?
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Now they didn't they do the L5R?
Legend of the Five
Rings at one point. I'm sure it was them. Or maybe it was
Green Ronin sounds about right, doesn't it?
Yeah, I do know their system, but I can't remember. Yeah.
Okay.
It was good.
Do you think CGL will release ilClan era mech boxes? That's current thing, isn't it? Is ilClan?
Yeah, ilClan. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm up to date.
Yeah. We knew what was going to happen. Like with the clans, it's like, it's the first one to get to Terra becomes the ilClan, but you got to hold it. And it's not like the inner sphere is going to just say, oh, yeah, okay, well, you win. We're just going to roll over. And so now the whole area is all...
It's all fighting.
It's all fighting again.
All fighting all the time.
But that would be nice because there are some... Yeah, I mean, they've focused on the original invasion models. So we're talking, like the BattleTech, so you've got Comstars, old Star League, and things like that, but none of the newer stuff. And I think that's what everyone sort of. I mean, that's progression. You go to that. I mean, there's the Dark Age before that. I don't know how excited people are to get some designs from that sort of era. They've still got to work through it slowly.
Well, I'm still annoyed at myself that I didn't get any more of any of the Word of Blake ones because I would have really liked a Black Knight.
Oh, right.
It's the Black Knight that they redid, wasn't it?
Well, there's one you can just buy separately.
Is there?
As well, yeah, yeah.
Of the new plastic ones.
It's done by one of the authors and one of the guys at Catalyst. It's a separate little project that they've worked on.
Oh, okay.
So the first one they did was like this multi-piece Black Knight that you've got to put together, but now they've done some other ones, some clan ones. Maybe someone will comment. I'm trying to remember. It was Pardo and I know who he is, but the name's just gone.
Yeah, it goes blank.
Yeah,
sometimes.
it's all right. But they're really nice. So once it's like anything though. Once you do more, you can do it cheaper. They're doing them cheaper now because they're
getting
some
the
others
actual,
in
it's turning over. And Mike, you would love to see Dark Age era industrial vehicle and mechs.
Yes, actually, that's a good point because they were quite prominent. Industrials, because it was so. It's the Dark Age. It was so hard to get stuff. So
hence the name.
yeah. So forestry mechs and things like that would be very cool.
We still have to do an industrial mech video, don't we?
Well, if Catalyst goes and does all that stuff, then we can.
We haven't finished vehicles yet.
Yeah.
Oh my God! What did we do? Why are we doing that?
Why are we doing it?
There's so much
because
stuff.
of Steve.
Because of Steve.
What's that? Steve? How do you say that?
Gusiek.
I'm so sorry that we're like butchering your names, guy. He says you guys are like the Codex breakdowns back in the teens for 40k. Super crunchy and awesome for it.
There you go.
So that's why we do it, because we're helping people out. There you go.
Dear.
Who else has joined us? Anybody else?
We've got Mikey and Filthy at the moment.
That's okay.
Can't see anybody else commenting. The only way I've been able to field other battle armors from Dark Age is to tear MWDA armors off the click spaces and mounting them on hexes.
I think the scale's slightly different for those as well.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It's not that big enough of a difference.
If
But
everybody knows what it is, it doesn't really matter at all.
No.
I mean, like I say, I used to play Phoenix Command with little push pins with arrows drawn on them. As long as you all know what it is, it doesn't matter.
No, that's right. As long as everyone knows what it is, your rolls are still crap. So
I still get my gyro shot out by some prick with 2 LRM 20s.
No, that's fair enough. So, JJS38 made a comment. Are these guys from Australia or Kiwis?
Do we look like Kiwis?
I don't know. What? Certainly don't sound like.
I'm not a Kiwi brew.
I have a few customers that are from New Zealand, like actually in New Zealand who buy stuff or whatever, which is cool. But there are a lot here that sort of play too, which is.
It used to be that I couldn't work or shop or like hang out anywhere where there wasn't either a New Zealander or a South African guy, like, or both.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. They were everywhere, and it was like, yep. And you hang out with Kiwis for long enough, and you start sounding like it's
They're very good at their rugby. I'll tell you that right now. Very good at their rugby.
And hungies.
Oh yeah.
If you've never been to a hungy, go dude, because they're the bomb.
They know how to do it.
Yep.
Very good.
I was so full, and I was still like, "Hey, you want some more, bro?"
Yes,
I do.
They're good neighbours. Good neighbours. If you're ever going to have a neighbour in country, man, that's the one you want for sure.
Yeah. Bloody oath.
What else?
Thorvine. Curious, what stops a clan player from just not caring and having all mechs go dishonorable beyond flavour? If facing IS, it sounds like there's no consequence at all, and against clans, it just becomes a free-for-all. Yes.
That's exactly right.
Bud.
If you want to play clan, you play clan. We discussed this, didn't we? It's like, that's the thing. They've got the nice tech, but they've got that history, that background, just the way that they think, and it's quite enjoyable. It's just adds another challenge. It's another element and challenge to it. So that's why we're doing that trial of position for you that we just did recently. You know,
and I mean, the short answer is nothing. Nothing stops them from doing it. You can do whatever you want. BattleTech is just a system. You don't have to conform to the clan honor code or anything like that. You don't have to do it. It isn't like Catalyst aren't going to turn up at your door and go, "Well, you can't use that mech if you're not going to do clan stuff." So,
although that could be cool to get them to rock up and stuff. Hey, Dick, you want to be on a video? Tell us about your stuff you're working on. This would be cool.
We're not using Zellbringer. But if you want to go off book and use clan weaponry, you can do it. You can 100% do it. It's not a big deal. If you want to stick to flavor-wise, if you want to have a bit more challenge, if you want to have a bit more weirdness, then by all means stick with the clan honor system because it's stupid.
Well, there's the Dark cast. You know,
Well,
so
there you
it's
go.
the clan pirates and the people outside who don't want to be part of that society. They think that way. You just play those two forces. Have like a clan that's hunting them down, and they're not going to care. They're just going to go hell feather at one another, and that's what you do. There's heaps of ways you can do it.
I just finished reading the Jade Phoenix ones, and without trying to spoil anything, the guy was he was pretty unconventional.
Yeah.
Especially for Jade Falcon, he was but he was still an honourable clan warrior. He was still full on clan. He wanted the clan to win. He was big on clan.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, he was 100% clan dude, but he was they used hit and run tactics and all that sort of stuff. They modified inner sphere tactics that we use against them to try and help them win, because that is the ultimate point.
That's right.
Is to kill the other dude and not die yourself. I mean, if it's real life, that's the point. In the game system, it's well, you want to win the game. If you want to do it with the challenge of having to be an honourable clan player and following Zellbriggen to the letter, then get stuck in. If you don't, you don't.
You don't have to, no.
It's not a big deal.
No. So the Jade Falcons or whatever will probably give them the benefit of the doubt to begin with. Well, most of them did. Like with the initial invasion, the Battle of Tuckeyed against Comstar or whatever, they sort of gave them the benefit of the doubt to begin with, and they just broke it every time. The Wolves, they were the first to say, no, screw this, man. That's it.
Let's
That's
shoot
it.
people.
No, if you're not going to do it, then you're not going to do it. So why should we bother?
So I think we have to ban Mikey. He's spruiking Hell's Horses. He's trying to get people to join.
Yeah! Yes! Yeah, man, you're going to love these next videos that we've got coming out, mate, because we're talking all about tanks. We've done hover. We're doing tracked and wheeled and all sorts of stuff. And look, the Hell's Horses are a classic example of how you can do good things with vehicles with the clans, for sure. But I mean, all the clans use vehicles. They do.
Yeah.
You know,
they do.
The
Hell's
Horses and whatever.
I'm moving towards Hell's Horses myself, mate. I think that'll be my second faction type paint job thing. Although I was leaning towards Ghost Bear, but they are big on their vehicles. I like that. They got some really cool ones too.
Yeah, they do.
But he wants to see the Hater and Arrow 4. I found a cool one recently that I'd forgotten about, the Chaparral.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is an inner sphere Arrow 4 carrier, which is cool.
Lau started ripping them off those tanks to put them onto that catapult version that has the Arrow 4 on it. Because they couldn't make them, but they wanted to put them onto the...
We've got to get them somewhere. Oh, hey, you guys, take a tea break.
Yeah. Yoink!
Yoink!
The counsellor says, well, if he says.
Oh, if I need a tutorial on how to paint flames on mechs. Thanks, man.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah. So many wars, etc. in BattleTech universe. What period would you recommend for new players into BattleTech? Myself, for instance, Succession Wars.
Yes.
That's filthy. I would 100% recommend Succession Wars. Keep it in a sphere, 30-25-ish, and just try it out. And then do it, progress the way that I did, which is when the clan stuff first came out, I started going, and you start picking clan mechs and putting clan tech on your inner sphere mechs and stuff like that.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
But the great thing about Succession Wars is that the combined arms side of things is very relevant.
Very relevant.
So it gives a player an opportunity to have a look at mechs and vehicles and infantry, artillery. We're talking like aerospace stuff too.
Yeah.
I mean, keep it ground force is always the way to go to begin with. But even that, there's a lot of strategy involved, you know?
Yeah.
So definitely, Succession Wars. But like you said, there's all these different eras, and it all depends what you like. Everyone has a preference. You know? There's some people who really, 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 really don't like the clans. But that's okay. You don't even need to play that far ahead. Just play.
You can play with 30-50 tech, just not include the clans.
True.
You don't have to take clan stuff.
Yeah.
You can use like old recovered Star League stuff, or you can use stuff that's been retro done from clan tech, but not actually acknowledge the clans as a thing. You can just start playing inner sphere stuff with that. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Use whatever you want. But yeah, I reckon the inner sphere 30-25-ish to start. Get yourself a few vehicles, get yourself a few mechs. give it a crack, see how you go. And then, because most of those mechs that were there in that 3025 thing, they have a huge number of variants. They're the OG mechs.
Yeah.
And they'll have a Star League era variant, they'll have a Clan era variant, and then they'll have variants upon variants. Like the Awesome's got like 16 or 20 something different variants. So that one model purchase gets you that whole range of timeline where you can actually use that model. You just have to have different record sheets.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah. I mean, of course, you can always design your own.
Yeah, well, that's it.
There are people who like to say, right, this is the one that they made at this factory on this planet. So that's the one I want to take because that's probably what's going to be there when they fight. So
Rommel patterns, yes. Rommel
yes,
patterns
they
are the bomb.
Yes.
Do you guys remember the old FASA gaming modules with most mechs having damage in their orbit?
Damage in their what?
Orbit. I think that's a typo, buddy. I'm not sure what you mean.
No, well, I don't know, maybe not, because there's Orbats from that dystopian wars, how you build your fleets.
Oh.
Follow an Orbat thing. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but already has
It's Orbat. Unit roster. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't order of battle.
Order of battle. Yeah.
I'm being educated.
Yeah, that's right.
Look at me go. I did play the old FASA stuff, but I don't think I did any of the gaming modules. I just played the old BattleTech with the standees and the things and stuff like that. I've got the old BattleTech, I've got the old CityTech, I've got the old AeroTech, I've got Solaris, something else I can't remember. It was like a bigger level, but like Battle Force or something. The one that was the larger scale one before Alpha Strike, I think.
Yeah, it was
Battle Force or something.
That,
yeah.
It had you'd have like 4 mechs in a hex.
Yeah. And you had little standees with like different stuff, and it was like a unit standee instead of a single mech standee. It was actually quite fun, but yeah, I didn't get to play it very much.
I really like those Battle Force scale mech miniatures that Ironwood Metals make. So they're designed for that. Yeah, I'll get them out later and I'll show you. But they're basically they're like this big.
Nice.
So they designed them so as you could put 4 onto like a stand hex if you're playing on your hex. Obviously, we play on 2-inch hexes.
Yeah.
But you could it's like travel BattleTech sort of thing. You know, you play on an area this big because the mechs are this big. Just say you could use the same record sheet, same everything. It's just smaller. But they're very cool. They did quite a few designs. So there's a lot of choices.
Battle Force with Marek on the cover. I honestly can't remember what was on the cover. Mechs in a Hex, the latest Dr. Seuss project. Nice one, Mikey. I do not like Mechs in a Hex. I do not like them shooting my face off. It doesn't rhyme. It's not very Dr. Seussy, is it? Dear. You have experience with Death Ray Design 6mm scale vehicles for BattleTech.
I know of them.
Not personally.
I haven't like seen one for real.
No.
As such. Considering Ironwood Metals doesn't really do the 6mm infantry anymore, which is a bit of a shame. I've still got some for sale on the site, but I know that they are doing a whole bunch of that sort of stuff. So I can understand why people are sort of spruiking it, because you need conventional infantry. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's
so much
it.
Fun.
It is always pretty good. I mean, it works. And when we go into the vehicles, you'll see a bit of stuff about infantry movement, because some of the ones that I've picked are basically infantry movers, but I like them. They're really, really good.
Yeah.
Adam's here.
I know.
Adam Whitehead.
I'm right here.
The other Adam, buddy.
Another Adam.
A different Adam.
You imposter. Adam who?
Adam Whitehead.
Adam Whitehead.
G'day, Ed.
Yes, hello, mate.
Need to get some of those small mechs and magnetize them, then put a gridded map onto a magnetic travel chessboard.
Yes, that's it.
That would be cool.
That's
I used to have a little magnetic chessboard that was like that big. Fold out one with the little... Sorry.
No, they're good.
They were cool.
Checkers and whatever else. They're all in there.
Yeah, it was all in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, all good.
What else have we got?
I'm wondering if we should do some more of these. Oh, That was Mikey actually put that one in. Can see a scenario where one arrow 4 is inbound and each side has a chance to hack its trajectory on a successful PSR. 5 turns of winning sides gets 1 free artillery strike and other stuff. That is cool. I like that, man. I like that a lot. But I would make that a cruise missile. I would have that as a cruise missile. I'd be going a cruise, maybe a cruise 100, maybe a cruise 120. And you would have people like furiously trying to make PSR to get that to not land on their side.
Well, doesn't we talked about it just recently? Does it have like a 5 or 6
that would be
massive
very difficult to do properly. I think that would be a cool one. That would be a very cool little thing, especially if you're doing it as like RPG based one, the Destiny based one. Like you're actually trying to have someone with a hacking skill. I don't know if they still have a hacking skill in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You could try and have someone furiously trying to make hacking rolls on this thing to see if they can get it to land where they want it to land. That would be cool.
Or even a random hex where it's going to land. Everyone's just going to go.
Yep.
That poor Awesome, he's got his really, really nice spot there where he's got partial cover and he's just shooting at everybody and suddenly his hex is the target for a cruise missile.
Oh, crap. I'm done. Yeah, I'm out. See you, boys. I'm ejecting.
Just alpha strike until it hits.
That's it. You just keep alpha striking and then eject just before it hits. Dear.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Sort of just getting back to that question about what sort of new products for this year would you like to see? I mean, Catalyst has already announced some other books and things like that. They said, they seem like they're putting the work in. So there's books, and I'm sure there's going to be some other miniatures. You know, the Kickstarter basically gave them the exposure and everything to really probably to do what they wanted to do. It's taken a bit of time.
But they would have made a fair bit of money out of that. That gives them a little bit of stuff to work with and go, okay, well, we can try and do this and see if it takes off. And if it's BattleTech and they do a reasonable job of it, it'll take off.
Yeah,
because
true.
People love it.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about a lot of 40k players coming over to BattleTech.
If you're an ex-40k player, g'day.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, different style, different sort of thing. I mean, the same sort of thing happened with was it War Machine?
Yes.
You know, so War Machine came on the market. A lot of people went over to that because it was a different style, and they're really, really nice models for that as well. Really nice.
Yeah, there were some really good werewolf models in the Horde one or whatever it was.
Yeah,
they were really good. They were really nice.
But so different sort of game strategy, different style. But it because it sort of has that following now. There's more people sort of having a look at it, which is good. You want the exposure.
Yeah. And
there's the different styles of playing. So
and that's the thing. I mean, BattleTech's been around for a long time. It obviously works, but it's like you can play it a lot of different ways, and like I think I've mentioned this before. Once you get past the beginner box and a few rules in, say, Total War or in the Game of Armored Combat, once you get past that, pretty much everything is optional. Yeah, you can put it in or take it out. You can do whatever you want with it, as long as you have those base rules. You can have arrow 4s coming in and make PSR checks and stuff like that. You can do whatever you want with it, and it's a good, solid system. It's been around for a long time. It's well balanced. You can mess with it, but it's well balanced. I reckon and this is something that'll stick around. I think, is War Machine still a thing? Yep. They still play regular? Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. War Machine Horde
was huge in the day. Yes. I remember everybody used to play War Machine or Horde.
Yeah. And was it Guild Ball as well? That took off.
Guild Ball went nuts for a while.
Wow. I don't think they're being supported with that now anymore, but which seems a bit odd. But that was massive as well. Everyone started playing that. Cool.
Would like to acquire the ilClan era source book just out that has a whole section on my horses, but I worry that they'll make them Jade Falcon light. I don't think you have to sweat it, buddy.
No.
The horses, whether they do that to them or not, will still be killer. They're pretty good. I'm warming up to them more and more. They're a good solid clan, I think. Mandrill can go eat it.
Well, they're already in the current flight. They're already gone, unfortunately. Yeah. Those horses, they did actually get some planets in one of the invasion corridors. I think it was with Clan Wolf. So I don't know, they worked out some deal or something so that to help them out. So they said, we'll give you some areas and then you could be part of the invasion.
You give us people and equipment and we'll let you keep this, this and this and this.
Yeah, and all that sort of thing. I think the Ghost Bears came and booted them out. They seem to have a long history. There was it Dakasha, one of the big factories that the Hell's Horses had.
Okay.
The Ghost Bears kept attacking them and then they finally got it off them. So I think there's like a bit of a animosity thing going on there. So.
Oh, it's the clans.
Yeah.
Animosity is their thing.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, it's just Guild Ball was cancelled about 6 months into the pandemic. Apparently, some of us still play though.
Yeah.
Look, I think a lot of those like seriously social type games like Blood Bowl and that, where you actually have to be in a group in an area to play.
Yeah.
I think a lot of them took a hit.
I think that's probably what it was, because it wasn't the miniatures and the system area. It's just really cool. It's a cool idea, but yeah.
Horses are the sworn enemy of Mandrill, so my condolences to Adam. And the bears and horses warred for a time, but have since resolved. Okay, fair enough.
Have they though? Have they?
And Pellman's in. Okay, Pellman.
Hey!
Wouldn't want to see 4K in BattleTech. Alpha Strike was bad enough, not to mention Awful Destiny.
Oh,
they need to do more product minis and such, but not another game system itself. Yeah, it's probably. I don't think they really need to do another full-on game system, but like redoing some of the ones that are from back then. Like I say, the Solaris one, I reckon that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, a lot of people have been asking about Succession Wars, that board game Succession Wars from forever ago. That's still like a lot of people would love to get hold of that, myself included. It was quite cool. And
I ever played that.
Oh yeah, you would have really liked it. And I don't know, maybe they could have expanded into like the clan invasion and things like that, so you could have some clan forces, because it was just originally Succession Wars. So just but you could probably do an expansion which gives you the new map and the extra forces and whatever else. But it was I quite enjoyed it. It was a long game, but Catless doesn't really make short games.
No, they don't do little, do they? Really? I mean, seriously. Somebody asked at one point if we're going to do campaign ops, and yes, we are going to do campaign ops at some point. I got this specifically because I wanted to look into it, and there's some really cool stuff in here.
The war chest system for big campaigns and whatever else.
So the chaos campaigns, you can build entire systems, you can build entire like regimental level battle mech armies and stuff. It's really, really cool, but it'll have to be a separate thing. So it'd be good to see a Time of War re-release with lots of RP modules. Time of War.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's like some people like this, some people like that. It's hard. Yeah.
But I played Mech Warrior. I don't think I played a Time of War at any point. I'm not sure. It's not Mech Warrior a Time of War, is it? It's not, is it?
No,
Time of War is a separate thing.
It's it was the next one after the Mech Warrior.
That's what I thought,
whatever it was. But.
So no, I only ever played the original Mech Warrior. Got so many of light mechs in my Kickstarter and only a Lancer heavies. What clan would you recommend? Ooh. Oh.
What clan?
Wasn't it?
Ice Hellion.
Ice
sure.
Hellion.
Ice Hellion.
They always use light.
They
it's the first one to get a hit.
Yeah, they're trials of position.
Trial position.
And, any trials or whatever to see who the winner is very different to the others. Yeah.
It's
whoever gets the first hit wins. They don't.
So light mechs are the go. They're the bomb. You want as many of them as you can.
Because they created an Omni mech called the Hellion, which has like, I don't know, 4 different variants or something. But it was designed to be like the command mech. It was like a mech for the like commanders on the field. I mean, fast, so you want to get where you want to get.
Yeah.
But it's just they think very, very differently. And it's cool. They do. They favour the light unit. So that's what I would go to. Have a look at them. Have a look at their history, because it's quite cool. Some of the other clans sort of think of them as like little kids because they're but they did all right on the battlefield.
Well, there you go. We helped him out. You're welcome, mate. So GURPS Mech Warrior, Mikey showing his age.
Oh,
GURPS Mech Warrior wasn't bad, but that was 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that when I was like 1,003. Succession Wars was epic to ages to set up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it took ages to set up, but loved it.
Yeah.
And Time of War is the new RP. Okay, cool. Yeah, but that would be cool. I mean, I actually thought about maybe doing trial position with the Ice Hellion, but first to a hit is like, I don't think I'd be able to do that. I think I'd be out like, even faster than that Mandrill took me out.
If you had first not to hit with all your weapons in a round, mate.
I'd be gold then.
You'd be Khan.
Oh, happy birthday, Mikey. He's 56. Well done, mate. Good on ya.
Well done.
Happy birthday.
We're going to regulate you to, I don't know, Labour cast now because you passed your...
Yeah, I was going to say...
As a warrior, sorry about that.
But then I'd be on the way out too, so yeah. I'm like, yeah, we won't do that to you because we don't want you to do it to us.
No, that's right.
Yeah, happy birthday, man.
Is their clan old farts?
I think Wolf in Exile or Wolf is like, I mean, Natasha was doing, was she like 30 something, and they reckon that's over the hill, or 40 something.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm 47, 48, so.
You know who else is talking like that?
Huh.
The StarCraft 2, you know, they have tournaments like world tournaments and things like that. So the what do they call it? Esports. Esports is what I'm thinking of. Yeah. It's like as soon as someone turns like 26, he's getting on a bit. I don't know how he's going to handle it. I'm like, what?
As long as your wrist still works and your eyes still function, you're fine.
Yeah.
It's StarCraft.
It's crazy. So yeah, that's the future clan warriors, ladies and gentlemen. Just watch some esports and just listen to how they talk about the competitors and stuff and how old they are and whether they're past their prime. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Solhama is the older troops, right?
Solomar.
Solomar.
It's something like that, yeah. Solomar. Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So
older troops.
In Hell's Horses, they're still considered combat troops. So
that's
zero
right.
issue. So you go.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. See, another advantage of Hell's Horses.
You can hit 60 and still be shooting people.
That's right.
No probs.
I just got to put my specs on.
Incoming whip.
Incoming. I'll have tea. Thank you.
You just wake up, yeah. It's all good.
We'll invade after I've had my nap.
Yeah. Take a nana nap in the gun.
That's right. One wake up. Barry.
Wake up.
What fire? Oh dear.
Oh dear.
We'll come back to BattleTech. What else has been going on, mate? Because we're talking about a bit of everything today.
A bit of everything.
Is there any, like, you're not buying things on Kickstarter?
I am trying desperately not to buy Kickstarter stuff. I'm not even reading the emails when they come up anymore. I'm just deleting them all. There's a few. I think I've got something incoming from somewhere that's been delayed for like a year and a half.
Oh.
So that's cool. That means I get a parcel. I like it.
A random parcel.
That was kind of why I got into Kickstarter in the first place. Oh, God, get stuff in the mail.
Stuff in the mail. Who's it from? Come on, Santa.
I'm the only senior I know that knows what a handbrake turn is. Use winter weather as an excuse to drift and do bootleg attacks. Nice. Life in combat vehicles seems natural. Yeah, get stuck in, mate.
Yeah.
I get my little gets around and to work and back, and that's about it. I don't think I've ever tried a handbrake turn. But he's got ice, though. You've got ice.
Yeah.
You've got an advantage. You try that in 43-degree weather, mate. You'd be nut.
Your tires
Gravel.
melt off. Well, there's gravel, I suppose, yeah, but it's... Yeah. I'm always, when I'm sort of going up and down those multi-level parkings and things like that, I'm like, I keep thinking of like the Japanese drifters.
Tokyo drift, yeah. Do a Tokyo drift.
No.
I would be that dude in Tokyo Drift on the first run up. He'd be hitting everything. He'd get to the top and he'd be smoking and falling apart.
And you go, made it! Yes! Yes! Boom! What was that?
Speaking of vehicles.
What story arcs from the BattleTech universe would you like to see explored more? I'm going to hand that over to you because I only know the two now. I got the novels that came with the Kickstarter, which was the Jade Falcon Jade Phoenix ones, and which I just finished, which are awesome.
Yeah.
And the Kerensky ones, the Blood of Kerensky or whatever it is, that Kerensky Legacy ones, and they're awesome as well.
Yeah. So the thing is, they tend to focus on a lot of the big picture stuff.
Yeah.
You know, big picture. But there's probably worlds out there that don't even know the clans exist, even in the current timeline.
Yeah.
And it's not just necessarily pirates and things like that, but I don't know, maybe some more like outer periphery things. You know, you had a bit of an insight when what was it, the Task Force Serpent, which was put together to go to, spoilers here if you're
block areas or whatever.
So this task force was designed to basically help show the clans that the inner sphere is actually tough and not weak.
Okay.
So this task force was put together of all the houses, and there's a lot of drama and stuff in it. It's a really good read.
Yeah.
But they were to travel to the clan homeworlds, to the homeworld of Smoke Jaguar, and basically kick their butt. That's what it was. Because at the time it was the Smoke Jaguars who were like the most sort of aggressive and all that sort of thing. So they were considered the strongest after everything had sort of settled. So they said, look, if they're not going to take us seriously as building this new Star League and all that sort of thing, if they're not going to, so that's what it was, and that was really cool. But because they had to travel, it's like the periphery and the outer worlds and things like that, and they came across pirates and they came across all sorts of other things, but there's just so much space that hasn't sort of been explored. And the Constar had the Explorer Corps where they go out and explore things as well. I'd like a bit more of that, and just to see. I mean, obviously there's not as much going on, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, you could do something with that. I'd like to see something.
Well, I think the ones that I've been reading have been Michael Stackpole, I think, basically all the way along. But I mean, there must be other authors out there that are doing BattleTech stuff. I want to get my hands on some other books. So
there's heaps. Yeah. There's heaps of them now. So yeah. One just a side thing. I've had this for a while. We've had another look. So this is Cav. All right. So this Talon Games have it now, and they're in America or Canada or something.
Okay.
It used to be Reaper Miniatures, and then they sold it out to it. This uses the Rage system from the Warlord fantasy system that we.
That's right. I remember us thinking about doing it before. Yeah. It was like Warlord but with mechs.
With mechs, same sort of thing.
That's cool.
And it was so I was just having a look through this at something else to have a go of. And it talks about the different factions and things like that. But that's
these are awesome little mechs.
So I painted up two of each of these designs, and there's there's different ones. So there's a Starhawk 5 and whatever that one is.
I'm going to watch it hold it up on the thingy because it's delayed.
How's that?
Butcher?
Which one's that?
I don't know. Can you actually see it?
No, I can't on his little screen. Butcher, I think.
Yeah.
Is that what it says?
Yes.
Okay. So just back a little bit. That should be alright. Anyway, so there's that one, and then there's this one here. But it's the same sort of thing. It has like that's the record sheet for two. There's two of them there, so it's all pretty straightforward. And as it takes damage, its stats get worse, which is how it was in the Warlord Miniatures game and things like that. But they've got all the different weapons, and there's all different like stats and things like that. But it's got move, armor, close combat, and damage control is a roll on it. I think it uses a D10 to do some repairs, so the Cavs can sort of self-repair a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's the same sort of thing. Like you build a force and you go sort of smash around. It doesn't use hexes. It's
tabletop.
Yeah, it's tabletop free or whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to have a look at sort of something else that was similar to BattleTech and sort of see what was out there. But it actually looks pretty cool. The miniatures are very easy to paint. They're quite good quality. They did a Kickstarter 2 years ago or something, and that's what I backed.
Yeah.
So for like not that much money at all, I got heaps of these things. and some terrain and everything. I just haven't really had a chance to have a look at it. But I was
Oh,
having a look
give
at
it
it
a
the
crack.
other. Yeah, I think maybe we should at some point.
Because Warlord's a good game.
It is.
And
It's
Warlord's a
excellent.
good game system, and that following on from that could be cool.
But it's a full colour book and everything. It talks about the rules and talks about the factions, and they have their own, like each little regiment has its own little thing and whatever. But yeah, I kind of like it. I want to look more into it. I've had a look at, they've sort of been going to a lot of the shows over in America and doing demos and whatever else. But I don't know, I think it could be a lot of fun. It could be a lot of fun.
I'll give it a
that's
crack
one
at
of the
some
things I
point,
was
mate.
looking at.
Is there a new BattleTech Kickstarter, or are they still fulfilling orders? I think they're still fulfilling orders, aren't they?
Yeah.
That was funny.
A lot of people have had their Kickstarter and it's all good, but I've been having real problems just finalising some of the Kickstarter stuff for my customers. I don't know what it is. Like it's been months.
Because you did an order as a
I backed as a retailer.
retailer, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So all the Wave 2 stuff comes in and they screwed up the
There's stuff
delivery
missing
and it's been
okay.
months and there's just been very little communication. I ended up speaking with Lauren about a week ago just to say, look, can we fix this now? And he's going, oh, send me an email. So I sent him an email, but I mean, you've got everything that's going on and whatever. And I think Catalyst is changing who they've dealt with in Australia. So it's a different place. We'll see how it goes. He reckons moving forward it's going to be better, but he's in America and it's like they're only a little operation, so they can't really.
Yeah.
If they send one person to go somewhere to sort something out,
That's one
all
person
this
that
other
isn't doing
all this other stuff
Yeah.
gets sort of put on hold. So I get it, but yeah, and it's hard because everybody, including myself, just loves their products, just loves their stuff. So hopefully they'll get it sorted. But yeah, they're not. As far as I know, they did say. As far as I know, they're not going to do another Kickstarter, and they probably shouldn't need to because they have the factories that they deal with and everything. So it's just a matter of just slowly releasing stuff as they go. There's a new blind box. Have you seen those that are coming out soon? So before it was just like all the clans in those
the
salvage boxes. So this is like you can buy in like a pack of 12 or whatever, and it's got all the mechs that they've released from all of these boxes and the Comstar 6 in a box. It's all of those. So there's heaps that you can get. Could be in a sphere, could be clan. So there's a lot. So that's the next thing they're bringing out. That will be available to retail. So I've already got my name down for that, but we just got to see what happens with it. So, but that looks interesting. I kind of like that. Everyone likes the novelty of getting something random. It's always been like that. There's Magic the Gathering, and I mean they do tournaments for that, so I understand why people get excited with it. But it's cool. You get a box, you don't know what's in there, especially with that new one with all the different choices. It could be anything.
And even if you get multiples, it's still cool because you can make a lance of like all
whatever
you want, like rifleman or something.
Yeah.
Yorick's in.
Hey.
Yorick 78, g'day mate. Sadly, it's easier to get factory seconds and knockoffs from China than the original boxed gear.
Yep. That's right.
And it sucks.
Yep. And that's China for you because you can't tell them. They rip off IP. They do it. They don't care.
I mean, we get that as well in. I mean, like I had a bit of an email conversation with a Kickstarter. I've only had a couple of Kickstarters that went like wrong, and only one that went seriously badly. But the people that I've talked to are like, it's so hard to get stuff to you guys in Australia. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I don't mind waiting. It's fine. We're used to it. I don't have a problem with it. But sometimes it just gets silly.
And that's the thing. People will look at a Kickstarter and look at what the shipping costs, and they go, "Oh, that's too high. I'm not paying that."
Yeah.
But they don't realise that even some of the higher shipping ones are still subsidised a little bit. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And so love the Rat Cat minis we got last time. Remember we got the Rat Cat minis? Wish they were a CGL release. I'd have one instantly. They are awesome.
Yeah.
I really have to get my painting table back together and paint that up because that was cool. That was so cool.
Yeah.
That was Hellfish, wasn't it? Sent us those. Company I order from here has the combined mechs from Armored Combat and Starter Set, but they cannot keep in stock. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is.
And that's, I mean, 90% of your stuff has been pre-ordered and junk, hasn't it? So, yeah, it's like
there are some places around Australia that seem to be getting some stock, but it's like I've had a look at the suppliers, and we're going back. They've got deliveries due in like June, for example. They said, 100 arriving in June, 0 available.
I was going to say,
or
by
something
June
like that,
you'll have 1,000 orders.
It's like, yeah. It's just,
oh my God.
So, yeah, I can get it eventually, but yeah.
But that, I mean, if you have access to a 3D printer, you can make your own sort of stuff. But you still want to support the company that's making the game. So you want to buy the cool stuff that they're making, but it's like, it's hard to get sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. No, I get it. It's fair enough. So, well, anything you want to talk about, Taryn, before we go?
No,
Talk about upcoming stuff a little bit. What
just to say
videos are
g'day to
coming?
the guys, everybody that's on, and yeah, we're doing vehicle stuff.
Yes,
We're talking about that.
yes,
Okay.
we are.
We're
So
getting direction here.
So there's wheeled vehicles,
Wheeled vehicles
and then tracked vehicles.
Tracked vehicles.
That'll be the next videos that are coming out.
We're going to do a video for each motive type if
Yeah.
we can. So we've done hover so far.
Yeah.
Did base level vehicles. We've done hover. We're going to do wheeled, tracked, VTOLs. VTOLs are going to be fun.
Yeah, VTOLs are cool.
Going to be fun, and we'll go through some of the extra rules and things, and some of our favourites. You can see some here.
Stuff there.
Yep. I want to get into this at some point, the campaign ops, but that's going to take a while because I've got to go through it all and read it all and junk. And you know, working for a living means I don't get to do that because people suck.
The nice people are nice. The nice people who aren't nice are not. If that makes sense.
Are we going to do the 5-on-5 from the clan invasion?
Fight. Wait, what?
Oh, in the clan invasion box set there was a scenario, wasn't there? Wasn't there a 5-on-5 scenario in there?
5-on-5.
Yeah, something like that. I think there was a scenario towards the end that was like
yeah. No. The next thing that we were trying to organise was with Nick, who's been on one of our other videos. He's got his own channel and everything. We'll put it in the link. He hasn't sort of been feeling well. We're going to get him in to do a trial of position. So I have to do my trial, and Nick wants to just blow the crap out of this guy. So he wanted to have a go. So he's going to be a cadet. I'm going to be a cadet. And
apparently
you're going to be a lawmaster.
Yeah, I've been elected lawmaster, seeing as I didn't even make Mech Warrior.
But it's Clan Wolf. So, you know, it should be good for you.
Yeah.
You'd be right.
Yeah.
You get to pick what we go up against.
If it's Clan Wolf, it's all assault, isn't it?
Well, yeah, there is that. We're
Aha.
gonna do it the normal one. We can do that one as another one as well, but we're gonna keep it the same as the other one. But that'd be cool. See what I think Nick was gonna take a Timber Wolf, I think an S or something, and I'm gonna take the Nova. Let me give that guy a little run for his money. Just the Prime. So heat issues definitely, but lots of fun. What else we got?
Heads are heads. So Mikey's got a local 3D printer, so he's got someone who can help him out. And yeah, you could make a little vehicle one as well.
Yeah.
Ironwind's doing new sculpts. Ooh, are they?
Yeah, they're doing all the. Well, they're going to try and get through all of them into metal.
Oh, nice.
Some people they prefer painting in metal. Some people prefer plastic. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's all good.
And I mean, they've done a pretty good job with the others. So if they're using the sculpts that are the new ones, then they're going to look awesome.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to buy them individually.
True. That's right.
Which is cool. Got a mountain of 3D printed mechs and another mountain waiting for paint. I love some of the new sculpts, even if it's a slightly larger scale. Yeah, so...
Are we talking... Well, I mean, the height and everything, like an assault mech is now bigger than the lights and all that sort of thing, which is really, really good. The scale creep was a bit of an issue with some of the...
But like I said, they've done really well.
Now it's right. That was probably one of the first things that they said they were going to address with it. and they've done a good job. So
Yeah, plastics for the win. Fewer heart attacks when one falls off the table.
yeah,
Yep.
that's true. Yeah.
Although I have still had plastic shatter, so. But I think that's just an extension of the Tarrant effect. That's like,
But it's an easier repair, and you don't
Yeah,
have to
whereas
pin stuff. And
plastic
all that
one
sort of
falls
really
off and the arm just goes over under the couch, and it's like, yeah. But
So I think that's
you know,
it.
such is life.
Is there anything we've missed, Pillar? Do you think anything else we need to talk about?
We're wrapping up,
Pretty
lads.
sure, yeah, yeah. Okay. So
There you go.
congratulations again to Kevin Collier. If you
Watch this
please
at some
watch this
point.
video. We'll get in touch somehow, but please, yeah, get in touch with us. You won
Check
our competition. You've got $100 credit with the site, so
You might be able to chuck a comment under his comment and see if he sees it.
exactly that's
There
what
you
we'll
go.
do. Yeah.
Right.
So well done. But, we'll have some more competitions and stuff coming. So June is our 10-year anniversary. So I'm not sure. Well, I am sure what we've got planned, but I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Oh.
So there's going to be some cool stuff happening.
Yay, more surprises and
Yay!
spontaneity. Just what I need in my life. Woo.
It's all for you.
That's all for me.
But I think that's it. We've covered some stuff and we've talked
Yep.
about some of the things we're going to do. If you have any ideas or whatever, yeah, please leave
Yeah.
some comments. Talk to us. Yeah, we
And-
want to do it.
Thanks very much for watching and
Yes.
subscribing and
Yes.
commenting, importantly. Keep the community going, keep talking to each other, keep answering rules questions as best as you can. And if we screw something up, put a comment down
Yeah,
and tell us,
that's
because
right.
it helps.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're on 1,050 mech warriors.
Woo! And I haven't seen a single ad. I play them in the background because I don't need to see it because I was in it. But I play it in the background so we get a view and a like and everything. And yeah, it's like I haven't seen a single ad come up on ours now. So thank you very much for that. Too.
Yes. We
'Cause
turn
I
it all
hate
off
flicking
because,
through ads.
yeah, we don't want ads.
But yeah,
Lovely.
all good.
All right. Thank you very much. Spread the word and tell everyone to subscribe to us so that it
Yep.
supports us so we can keep doing more of this amazing stuff.
Try doing more regular lives as well because
Yeah.
they seem to be going down quite well. So if you enjoy it, chuck a comment down. You've done your live chat thing, chuck a comment down as well so we know you want to do it again.
That's it.
And yeah, hopefully we can keep one under an hour at some point.
I said, we'll just do it for half an hour. And then, way.
So we do 2 hours worth of us dribbling crap. If you want to see that, chuck a comment down.
Good. All right.
All good.
Goodbye, everyone.
Okay,
Take
bye
care.
guys. It's not off yet, is it?